Hello, my name is Ed Murphy. I'm here today as president of Plante Moran Group Benefit Advisors. We were formed a few years ago in response to our clients' request for additional technical, compliance, and benefit consulting expertise in the health and welfare benefits arena. Today's benefit world certainly requires a tremendous amount of expertise as we try to navigate the complexities of the Patient Protection and Affordable Health Care Act. For now, let's just refer to that as healthcare reform. With that as a backdrop, let's get right into what we're going to talk about today. Over the next few minutes, I hope to provide you with a brief overview of a series of 7, including this session, video vignettes that you can view at your convenience. Our goal is to introduce many of the key aspects of reform. During each session, you will meet some of my colleagues that are experts in the tax and benefit industry. They will explain different parts of the reform law. One disclaimer for all the sessions: while the information we provide is correct based on our understanding of the current law and guidance provided by the Internal Revenue Service, Department of Labor, and Health and Human Services Department, every situation is different, and as such, you should consult with your advisors to determine the best pathway to compliance, financial and/or administrative impact, and strategy for your organization. You'll also note I've been speaking with reference to organizations and not individuals. As you may be aware, reform includes mandates that apply to individuals as well as large organizations. While we have not forgotten about individuals, these 7 videos are designed and focused on employers. On March 23, 2010, President Obama signed the Affordable Health Care Act. Since that date, we have already implemented a number of aspects of the law. The timeline presented here is a good chronology of some of the major events, including non-grandfathered group medical plans providing coverage to adult, non-dependent children to age 26, eliminating pre-existing condition limits for enrollees under age 19, the W-2 reporting of the gross cost of medical and prescription drug plans for the tax year ending December 31st, 2012, medical loss ratio limits for insurance companies, and in 2013, flexible spending accounts are limited to $2,500. Then there's the introduction of preventive care for certain women's medical services. This is just a partial list of what has already taken place. However, all of this pales by comparison to what's around the corner for plans beginning in 2014. 2014 marks the introduction of 2 primary initiatives. They are, number 1, shared responsibility, often referred to as play or pay, and 2, introduction of individual and employer-based purchasing through public exchanges. By the way, as of April 1, the government did announce a delay in the implementation of what is referred to as the SHOP, Small Business Health Options Program. A good example of how things are changing even as we begin to roll out various reform requirements. With these 2 major changes, there are subplots and details that will be discussed in other videos. Here's the cast that you will meet. Jonathan Triumphi, he'll talk about exchanges. James Mignotolo on large group determination, a prerequisite for the play or pay mandates. Michael Krucker will talk about the definition of full-time employees. That's right, reform has its own definition, and this too is key to play or pay. Then Scott McClellan will talk about 2 different aspects: shared responsibility and the 90-day wait for coverage. I will then conclude with a session on strategy considerations. Obviously, there's a host of information that will be packed into these brief video sessions, so plan to join us. We hope you find the information on point, easy to understand, and a good stepping stone of the action steps you need to consider to comply with healthcare reform.